students, welcome to this session. See rule evaluation. So what is this rule evaluation? What are the different measures that we have with respect to the rule evaluation? So an evaluation metric is needed to determine which conjuncts to be added or removed during the rule going process. So previously what I did is I had considered one case I had considered accuracy as the measure, and for the other case I've considered coverage as the measure, right? So is there any other measures which we can consider in order to identify the quality of the rule? So that there comes the rule evaluation process. So in terms of adding or removing the conjunct, there are several measures where accuracy is one of them. So let us see what is the limitation of accuracy that we are having. So why can't we take accuracy as the only measure? What is the disadvantage if I'm taking accuracy as the measure? So that we are going to consider through this particular example here. So now consider there is a training record which is covering 60 positive examples and 100 negative examples, which means in the training set I'm having in total of 160 records. Okay, so out of which positive we have 60 records with as a positive example and 100 as the negative example. So what is this positive and negative? You know that, right? We have studied in with respect to the sequential covering. So now here I have given with two rules. First rule, it is covering 50 positive example and 5 negative example, whereas the second rule is covering 2 positive examples and no negative example. So now what I do is I try to find which rule is the better with respect to the given training set. So for this, I'll take accuracy as the measurement and try to find the accuracy of these two rules first. Okay, so we know how to find the accuracy and coverage. So this, right? So this is the formula which we have studied. The coverage is the fraction of records where it matches with the antecedent part, that is number of records for which antecedent is matching, and in the denominator we will be considering the total number of records that we are having. But for accuracy, what we have to consider, we have to consider that record which matches both with the antecedent part as well as the class label, right? So this is a formula which we had studied earlier. Now using this formula, we'll try to find the accuracy as well as coverage for both the rules that is given to us. Okay, let us consider first rule. So the first rule says that it is covering 50 positive examples and 5 negative examples. So in total, how many positive examples we are having? We are having 60 positive examples and we are having 100 negative examples. Okay, so out of which R1 is covering 50 positive example and 5 negative example. So now find the coverage and accuracy of this rule first. So for that, first I need what is A. So A here is how many records, how many records are being covered by rule 1. So how many records, rule 1 is covering how many records? So it is covering 50 positive and 5 negative. So in total, how many we will get? We will get 55 examples, correct? Understood? So here mod of A, mod A represents what? So number of records that matches with the antecedent part of the given rule, correct? Number of records that matches with the antecedent part of the given rule. So here, instead of giving the rule, he has given how many examples are being covered. In the rule 1 says it covers 50 positive examples and 5 negative examples, right? So in total, how many records it is covering? It is covering 55 records. So mod A will be 55. Okay. So next, what will be mod D? Mod D is total number of records present, which is nothing but 60 positive and 100 negative. So total it is 160. Okay. So now we have to find mod A intersection Y. How much that will be? It will be 50. Why? Because I have to consider positive example, right? That is, I need to consider both antecedent part as well as the consequent part. So here, the rule 1 is covering how many positive examples? So it is covering only 50 positive example. So I'll consider A intersection Y to be as 50. So what do you mean by positive example? Positive example here refers to all those records which are classified as a particular class label. Suppose consider I want those records which are classified to be as yes, right? So now I've considered class as yes. So those records which covers or which triggers that particular rule, which covers the class label yes, will be considered as positive example here. So A intersection Y is 50 here. So now using these values, identify the coverage and accuracy of it. So the coverage of R1 will be what? So it will be 55 by 160, that is mod A by mod D. So which is 0.3437, right? And then find the accuracy also. What is the accuracy? So accuracy will be equal to 50 by 55, which is 0.9090, which means if I convert this into percentage, rule 1 covers 34, approximately 34% of the training record, and the accuracy is 91% approximately. So rule 1's accuracy is 91%, whereas rule 1's coverage is 34% approximately. Fine. So similar thing that we'll do with respect to rule 2 also. So now consider rule 2. So in the rule 2 says it is covering 2 positive example and no negative example. So rule 2 says that uh, it is going to cover 2 positive example and no negative example. So now identify what is mod A, mod D, and A mod A intersection Y. So mod A is 2 because the antecedent part, total records covered by R2 will be 2 plus 0, so it is 2, correct? And what is mod D? Again, it is the total records in the training set, which is 60 plus 100, so 160 will be mod D. And then mod A intersection Y will be 2 because the number of positive examples covered by this rule is 2 here. So that is why mod A intersection Y will be 2. So now when I apply these values and put these values into the formula, what is the coverage of R2 that I'm going to get? So it is 2 by 160, which is 0.0125, whereas the accuracy is 2 by 2, which is nothing but 1. So when I say 1, it is 100% accurate, but the coverage is only 1.25%. So when I convert this into percentage, it is 1.25%. So when I see the rule 2 accuracy is 100%, but rule 2's coverage is very, very, very less, which is 1.25%. So let us summarize the values that I've got. So these are the values that we have got, right? So R1, rule 1 coverage is 0.3437, that is nothing but approximately, take it as 34%, whereas accuracy is 91% approximately. The rule 2's coverage is 1.25% when I convert this into percentage, but the accuracy is 100%. Right. So what are the observations that you make with respect to this calculation? So let us see the observation that we make. So here R1 is having approximately 91% accuracy. That's true. So comparing the coverage of R1 with R2, so R1's coverage is way better than the coverage of R2, right? So our coverage of R1 is 34%, whereas R2's coverage is only 1.25%. Correct. So then what is the next observation that we can make? So R2 is accuracy is 100%, but the coverage of R2 is very, very, very poor because it is only 1.25%. So now if I consider this accuracy part as the evaluation measure, so with respect to only accuracy, if I'm talking, so it will be since this R1 is having 91% and R2 is having 100%, we can tell that with respect to this accuracy as R2 will be better one. But so just see this coverage part also. So when I see the coverage part, when I consider the coverage part, so R2 will have a poor coverage with respect to the training set, which means we might have misclassification in certain cases. So for that, what we can do is, even though the accuracy of this R1, which is 91%, that is comparatively good, and but the coverage is way better than R2. Therefore, so if we ask the question which rule among these two is better, obviously we can tell that R1 is better. That is because it is having a comparatively a greater coverage as well as a good accuracy, right? So just if I consider accuracy as the thing, then we might end up with having a wrong rule being selected as the best rule whose coverage is very much less, correct? So that is why uh, this is the actually the limitation of accuracy part. As and if we consider accuracy as the only measure to identify the rules quality, okay? So because of this confusion present with respect to the accuracy as the measure, so what we have done is we'll go for the other evaluation techniques that we have. So what are the other evaluation technique that we have? So we have a likelihood ratio as one of the measurement, and then we have a Laplace and M estimate, and then finally we have Foyle's information gain. So these are the other evaluation measures that we have to identify the quality of the rule. Okay. Thank you, students. If you have any doubts or queries or for feedback, you can write back to me. Thank you.